Puerto Rico's economy is recovering, but its continued growth does face challenges. Together, we must continue to make Puerto Rico's economy more competitive and carefully consider the risks that sustainable fiscal stability still faces. These risks are outlined in the financial report that we will publish later this week, particularly the considerable uncertainty around the amount of Medicaid federal funds available to Puerto Rico over the long term, impacts of tax law changes, and spending supported with non-recurring federal funds. While year-to-date expenditure trends do not appear to exceed budgeted amounts, there are major funding risks that could impact the full-year projections in the current and future years, including long-term salary costs for teachers and correctional officers that are currently funded by one-time federal funds that will expire in the current year. These account for $460 million, which must be funded in the future by tax revenue as the only other source of government funding in Puerto Rico. The legislature, meanwhile, passed 8 bills in the second quarter that would add unbudgeted costs to the current year's budget. These legislative initiatives, currently reviewed by the Oversight Board, have an estimated annual cost of $26 million. This is in addition to the $3 billion tax cut that was passed in the first quarter, but ultimately vetoed. It cannot be only the Oversight Board, through its statutory duty on the promesa, to review and score bills and laws that prevent unbudgeted spending from tipping the fiscal balance or find ways to offset the costs of spending bills passed without budget amendments or even budgetary considerations. More rigor, more discipline, and a keener focus on government priorities must be the rule. Many bills we score have merit, but we cannot spend the dollar more than once, and that is why priorities are important. So we will continue to focus first on what is essential, then on what is important, and in the very end, if there's money left over, what is desirable.